This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to a review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Turtles Forever. And this is a movie based off of the 2003 series, and it goes, and as I was mentioning in the previous video, that there was the fact that there was that three Shredder battle, and it basically makes that completely impossible because they killed the final Shredder in this one. So all three Shredders are now dead, and that three Shredder plotline makes completely no sense since they I said they literally just murdered him. Like, yeah, he could still be alive after they completely disintegrated him. But yeah, honestly, this movie was really interesting where they team up with the 80s turtles and they go and they fight the original Utram Shredder from this. This is clearly set after the series because you see Hun get mutated in it, and you see their lair get destroyed. They also have Karai go and betray the Shredder in this, where she finally breaks free from him, and I don't think she appeared in the last season at all. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. And this series honestly just had a really interesting end where, it just ended with them wedding, and this is said afterward. They never say that April and Casey are married, but as I said, it has to be set after because they're in the lair that's used in the final season. It gets destroyed in this, and Hun, who appears as an antagonist in that season, is not mutated, so yeah, it's definitely set after. The one thing I really, really enjoyed is that they didn't go with the normal eyes, and they went with the back with the white eyes, since it just looks weird for them in the specific art style to have eyes because of how they did it previously for the other six seasons. And I was going to it, yeah, there's a lot of solid where Shredder and Krang from the 80s want to team up with the Shredder from this universe to try and stop the Turtles. And this guy who is just evil and definitely would have felt out of place if he just teamed up with these two because of them being a little more silly and ridiculous, just goes, overthrows them, and goes with his own plan to commit a bit of casual omni-side to go and just destroy all variations of the Ninja Turtles. And, I mean, that was interesting. They go to the original comic universe at the end and have to save the original Ninja Turtles from being killed. And if they don't, then the entire multiverse of Ninja Turtles gets destroyed. It's interesting to see that they did this multiverse as a concept and way, way before. I don't know how well this ties into the multiple crossovers between the 80s Ninja Turtles and the 2012 ones, but it is still interesting and to see that both of them have done these crossovers since the 80s one is the most beloved and well known of them. But yeah, honestly, it was just really interesting to see here. The Shredder returning from the first three seasons served as a great antagonist in this, and he really was just completely pure evil and not caring what he did as long as he killed every version of the Turtles, and he would have killed just everyone in all of existence, literally just to kill all variations of four people. So yeah, honestly, that's just pretty interesting and just really dark when you think about it. You see the deaths of, well, at least temporary deaths of a bunch of characters in this, including April and Casey, and yeah, honestly, it was just super interesting to see. But yeah, just looking at it, as I said, really enjoyable. There's a cool thing at the end where it shows kind of the multiverse of turtles, and it shows basically every version of the turtles that has existed up to this point. Obviously, there wouldn't be some things like all the projects that came after, but it just goes through just a bunch of different versions of the turtles, and it's really cool to see. It's also fun to see these more serious versions of the turtles team up with the more ridiculous versions, and to show that even Mikey sees that they're kind of going too far and not taking anything seriously is just to show a point of just how different these series were, but they still managed to make it work. But yeah, honestly, it's a really solid and fun movie. It's an enjoyable story, and I really like that that original Shredder returns since he was missing, besides like basically like a cameo season since the end of season 3, and the Turtles finally get their chance to defeat him since really in a fight they haven't beat the present version of the Shredder since they more or less needed a Deus Ex Machina to defeat him. Well, to survive defeating him, because the only way they could have defeated him was by giving their own lives at the end of season 3. But yeah, honestly, I want to know what you think. Please leave me in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.